So last class we discussed about the electric field due to system of charges, that is electric field due to a dipole at axial point, right? And what did the value come out as? It came out as 2 kP divided by R cube, correct? So 2 kP divided by R cube, and an important conclusion we drew from here is, so what is the note? Just give me 2 minutes, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah, before that you can write down the note. Please write it down. Electric field due to a dipole. Electric field due to a dipole at an axial point. Electric field due to a dipole at an axial point. Did I already give that? I already gave that, sorry.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Dipole at an axial point is always in the direction of the dipole moment. Please make a note of the point, right? So what is our next job? So we are supposed to calculate the electric field due to a dipole at 2 points. What are the 2 points?
Axial point and equatorial point.
Now our work is to calculate the electric field at equatorial point, right? So I have a positive charge, I have a negative charge, right? So these two charges have the same magnitude q, right? Now I need to understand what an equatorial point actually represents, right? 1 minute, I'll be back. Listen please. So if I take this as a dipole, there is positive charge and negative charge. Okay, the center of the dipole will be here, right? So through the center of the dipole, if you are able to consider a plane which is perpendicular to it, okay, if you are able to consider a plane which is perpendicular to it, something like this, okay, then this plane is called as equatorial plane. This is called as equatorial plane, and if you are able to take an imaginary line that is perpendicular to this equatorial plane, that is called as the equatorial axis. Okay, so the equatorial axis and the dipole's axis will exactly meet at the midpoint of the dipole. So when I told you axial point of a dipole, what did that mean? When I said axial point, what did we mean in the previous case? At a point on the axis of whom? Axis of the dipole. That is positive and negative. That is a dipole. On the axis of the dipole. Whereas when I say equatorial point, it should be a point on the equatorial axis. So I take an equatorial axis, right? If I take a point on top of it, our job is to find what is the electric field due to the charges at that so-called equatorial point. Are you guys able to visualize it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that point is what we call it as equatorial point. Okay. This is a very, very, very important derivation. Concentrate. Listen. So, if I take a point P here, okay, which is exactly on the equatorial axis, okay, if I take this as O, this as A and B, and if I take this point as P, then we need to find what is the electric field due to both positive and negative charge put together at that point P. Right? How do we do? How do we proceed? Is it explicit? Right? If I take this as, yeah, tell me.
Your screen is not visible, sir. It is showing the Zoom website only, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Now
Yes,
it's
sir. Now
visible.
it is visible, sir.
Okay. So if I take the first charge and the second charge, the electric field due to the first charge at point P, is it going to be away or towards? Positive charge. Derivation, tell me. Look at your notes and tell me. Last class I explained the direction of electric field before that. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி. What is the direction of electric field due to a positive charge? Is it away from it? It is away. So electric field is away along the line joining the charge and the point where you are trying to calculate the field. Okay, let me call this point as E1P. Am I clear? So that is the electric field due to the first charge at point P. Now, what is going to be the electric field due to the negative charge at point P? It will be towards, along the line joining both. So this is called as E2P. Correct? So if OA is small a, OB will also be small a. Logically, right? Why? Because the distance between the 2 points of the dipole is considered as 2a. So you break them into two equal parts, it will be A and A. I hope it makes sense, guys. So from O to P, the distance is R. சரியா? So what is AP? Apply right angled triangles, apply Pythagoras theorem and tell me what is AP. It is square root of R square plus A square. And this will be square root of R square plus A square. Correct? So both will be square root of R square plus A square. Right? So what is going to be the electric field due to the first charge at point P? In terms of magnitude, what is the value of electric field due to a point charge at a given point? It is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q divided by, students online, why are you not responding? That is for axial point, but I gave you a general point, no, general formula. Go and see electric field due to a point charge. That is due to dipole. Go to the previous one. Student writer. Electric field due to a point charge is given as kq divided by r square, where r is a distance. Are you guys able to hear me? I want a confirmation. Students online are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Then why is there no response? I'm asking what is the electric field due to a positive charge or electric field due to a point charge at a distance? It is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into q divided by distance square. What is the distance? It is square root of r square plus a square, the whole square. It is going to be q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square plus a square. Okay. What is the electric field due to the second charge at point P? It is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into q divided by root of r square plus a square, the whole square, same thing. It is q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square plus a square only. Okay, so what is happening at point P is, if I take the diagram A, B and P, okay, if I take the points A, B and P, this is the electric field due to the first charge at point P. This is the electric field due to the second charge at point P. Okay, this distance is root of r square plus a square. This distance is also root of r square plus a square. Okay, so this distance will be a, and this distance is also a. So this distance will be r. Okay, so if I take this as theta, then this will also be theta because it forms an isosceles triangle. Right. So this is going to be 90 degrees. This is also 90. Then how much is this angle? 30 varada. It's not an equilateral triangle. This angle will be 90
minus theta.
Yes. If this is theta, this is 90. This will also be 90 minus theta. Right. So if I take this angle as alpha, alpha plus 90 minus theta plus 90 minus theta should give you how much? Should give you
180.
Very good. 180 degrees. So 90 plus 90 and 180 will get cancelled. Alpha will be equal to 2 theta. Are you able to understand? So if the base angles are theta and theta, the angle between E1P and E2P will be 2 theta. Okay. Now listen. So if you observe one thing, magnitude of E1P is equal to magnitude of E2P is equal to E. If I call it as E, okay, then at point P, one electric field is like this, the other electric field is like this, and the angle between them is 2 theta, correct? Now, these two electric fields are going to have the same magnitude. Right? They are having the same magnitude, and the angle between them is theta. So how will the resultant of these two be? If two vectors are having equal magnitude and the angle between them is theta, then the resultant will exactly be an angular bisector. Okay. So then this will be theta and this will also be theta. So this is at point P. So if at point P this is going to be the electric field, okay, then if I take this as theta, then it can be resolved into two components. What are they? One is E cos theta and this will be E sin theta. Similarly, for this vector, if this is E and this angle is theta, it can be resolved as E cos theta and E sin theta. Okay, now see, if I take this one and move it to this point, then this is going to be the net electric field which is acting at point P. Right? So the net electric field EP which is acting to the right, the net electric field EP which is acting to the right is going to be 2 times E cos theta. E sin theta and E sin theta gets cancelled. So EP is equal to 2 times E cos theta. So EP will be equal to 2 into the electric field at point P is given as KQ divided by R square plus A square. Why did I write KQ divided by R square plus A square? Because the electric field is this thing, Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square. So I'll write the same thing, okay. One minute, my device got stuck. Yeah. So it will be Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square plus A square. Okay. Into cos theta. So 2Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square. If I observe what is cos theta from this triangle, look at the way. If I take this right angle triangle, And if I take this as theta, then what is cos theta? Cos theta is nothing but a divided by root of r square plus a square. So cos theta is a divided by root of r square plus a square. So this will be equal to 2 times a into q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square plus a square into r square plus a square the whole power half. How much will it be? It will be r square plus a square the whole power 3 by 2. Okay. Now an important note to be made here is r square plus a square can be approximated to r square. So if that is the case, I'm going to substitute it here. This will be 2 times a into q divided by 4 by epsilon naught into r cube.
So how did you bring the power as 3 by 2, sir?
R square plus a square, and this thing is r square plus a square the whole power half. So r square plus a square power 1 to r square plus a square power half is r square plus a square the whole power 3 by 2.
Clear, sir.
Okay. So this is the electric field at point P in terms of magnitude. So this will be equal to P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Okay, this P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Okay. Now in terms of direction, if I have to write EP vector, this will be P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube into, observe at point P, the electric field is in the rightward direction, positive charge is here, negative charge is here. What is the direction of dipole moment? The direction
Negative
of
to positive.
So it is in the right to left direction. If I call this as P cap, then EP vector is given as P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube multiplied with P cap. Sorry, multiplied with minus P cap. Why? Electric field vector is to the right, P vector is to the left. So it is P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube multiplied with minus P cap. So here an important note to be written is electric field due to a dipole at equatorial point is always in the direction opposite to the dipole moment. Is always in the direction opposite to the dipole moment. Okay. So the other way to write this is, you can also write it as Kp divided by r cube in the direction of minus P. Okay, Kp divided by r cube in the direction of minus P cap. Okay, this is the electric field due to a dipole at equatorial. So the magnitude of electric field along axial point is equal to 2 Kp divided by r cube. The magnitude of electric field along equatorial point is Kp divided by r cube. So the magnitude of electric field along axial is to magnitude of electric field along equatorial is equal to 2:1. Okay, this is equal to 2:1. Okay, this is also an important point. Right, I hope it is clear. Now what we will do is we will do some problems. Yes. So let's take this. So there are 2 point charges, example 1.9. There are 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 of magnitude plus 10 power minus 8 coulomb and minus 10 power minus 8 coulomb respectively, which are placed 0.1 meter apart. Okay. Calculate the electric field at point A, B and C as shown in the figure. Okay. There are how many charges? There are 2 point charges of what magnitude? 10 power minus 8 and minus 10 power minus 8, which are placed respectively at points A and B. And A and B are separated by a distance of 0.1 meter. Now our work is to calculate electric field at 3 points. What are 3 points? Oh, sorry, A is here. We need to calculate the electric field exactly at the center of this system, at a point on the axis of the system at an equatorial point. The first question, can I take the system to be a dipole? So what does the dipole state? An electric dipole is, what does it state? As a dipole moment. What is an electric dipole?
2 point charges.
2 point charges of equal magnitude and opposite
Point
distance.
charges of same magnitude but opposite separated by a very small distance.
They are separated by small distance, right? That is the point. So can I consider this as a dipole? Yes. Can I take it as a dipole? Guys, yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
No. The reason is, dipole has an important term I asked you to underline. What is it? They are separated by a very small distance. I told you what those distances are. The distances are in terms of angstrom or nanometer. They are that small. Whereas here, if you observe the distance, it is 0.1 meter, which is a finite value. Right? So this cannot be treated as a dipole, and if you treat it as a dipole and try to find the answer using the axial point formula, you will not get the answer, because the axial point formula is derived using approximation. Okay, so have this in your mind. It is not a dipole. So solution for this problem is, it is very simple. If I take this as the first charge, if I take this as the second charge, so at point A, what I am going to do is, electric field due to the first charge at point A is given by what expression? K, that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q1 divided by, if I call this distance as D and this as D, it will be D square. So that is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 is how much? 10 power minus 8 divided by D square is 1 divided by 20 the whole square. Right, 1 divided by 20 is the whole square, because 0.05 is 1 divided by 20. What is the direction of electric field due to positive charge? So at point A, the electric field due to the first charge at point A is in the rightward direction. Similarly, the electric field due to the second charge at point A is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q2 divided by D square. Correct, Ada? So that will be how much? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 8 divided by the same 1 by 20 the whole square, but in the leftward direction. So what is going to be the net electric field at point P, point A? If you observe the magnitude of E1A and the magnitude of E2A, they both are the same. So what is going to be the net electric field at point A? The net electric field at point A is 0. So what is the net electric field at point B? So how much is this distance given? This is also 0.05 meter and this whole distance is 0.1 meter. Right? The net electric field at point B is going to be something like this. So first, second, the electric field due to the first charge at point B is given as how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 d over. D is the distance from the point to from the charge to the point Q1 to B. That is how much? 1 by 20 square. Okay. What is the electric field due to the second charge at B? It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q2 divided by
1 by 20.
1 by
10.
that is 0.1 plus 0.05 the whole square. Why? 0.1 plus 0.05 the whole square. Because from Q2, the distance from Q2 to B is nothing but this 0.1 plus 0.05. Okay, this is the value of E to B. Now the question is, due to the first charge at point P, the electric field is to the left, that is E to B. Due to the negative charge at point B, the electric field is to the right. Sorry, this is E1B, this is E2B. Okay, so E1B is in the left hand side and E2B is in the right hand side. The net electric field at point B will be equal to E2B vector plus E1B vector. Since they both are in opposite direction, they will get subtracted. Remember, Q1 is also 10 power minus 8, Q2 is also 10 power minus 8. Okay. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 8 into 1 by 20 the whole square plus 1 by 0.1 plus 0.05 the whole square. Okay. This value you people calculate and find out the answer later. Make a note of it. So if I take this as positive and negative, and C is a point which is at how much distance? We need to find this distance. How much is this distance, guys? Root of, if this is D and this is A, root of A square
A square minus B square.
So it is 0.1 square minus 0.05 square. So square root of 0.1 square minus 0.05 square. Correct? First, second. There is an electric field due to the first charge at point C. There is an electric field due to the second charge at point C. Okay. Magnitude wise, they both will be the same. Actually, I don't think you need this, because this distance is 0.1. No, distance is also 0.1. So actually, you don't need the square root of that thing. One minute. Okay. So this is Q1, this is Q2. Electric field due to the first charge at point C is given as KQ1 divided by 0.1 square. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 is 10 power minus 8 divided by 0.1 square. What is the electric field due to the second charge at point C? It is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 8 divided by the same 0.1 the whole square, because this distance 0.1, this is 0.1. But how are they inclined? This is E1C, this is E2C. E1C and E2C have the same magnitude. Correct? So if I take this as theta and this also as theta, then the resultant will be an angular bisector of both. This will be 2 theta. So this is the resultant ER or EC. So EC will be equal to, how much is this angle, guys? This is theta, this is also theta. So EC will be equal to E cos theta plus E cos theta. That is 2 times E cos theta, and it is going to be 2 into, what is the value of E? That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 8 divided by 0.1 the whole square into, what is the value of cos theta? This is 0.05. So cos theta is equal to 0.05 divided by 0.1, that will be 1 by 2. So cos theta is 1 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Answer will be 10 power minus 8 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 2. That is 10 power minus 6 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. But 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9 into 10 power minus 6. That is 9 into 10 power 3. So it's going to give you a value of 9 into 10 power 3 Newton per Coulomb. Okay. So this is how you solve this problem. One minute. It's 9 into 10 power 3 Newton per Coulomb. Okay. So this is the answer. We'll try to solve one more problem. So example 1.10. Read this question, try to solve. I'll give you 2 minutes time, solve it best. So there are two charges plus or minus 10 microcoulomb which are placed 5 millimeter apart. Okay, determine the electric field at a point P on the axis of the dipole 15 centimeter away from its center O. Okay. See, though here also if you see they are 5 millimeter apart, though you cannot call them as a dipole, but since the question they have told as a dipole, you can take it. Determine the electric field at a point P on the axis of the dipole, which is 15 centimeter from its center O on the side of the positive charge. Second is at a point Q, which is 15 centimeter away from O, on a line passing through O and normal to the axis of the dipole. Do it fast and tell me. So what is the answer, guys? Who has solved it? How to solve it, huh? So what is the electric field at point P? One step. What is the electric field at point P? What is the formula used? Sorry? We are using the formula and then trying to solve completely. But that's not needed, no. How to solve? What is the mention in the question? Axis of a dipole which is 15 centimeter away from the center and it is on the right side of the positive charge. So what is the electric field at point P in the first case? 2 kp divided by r cube, where r is the distance from the center to the point where you are calculating the field. 2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into what is the value of P? The dipole moment is 10 into
Q
10.
into 2.
Q into the distance of separation between, that is 5 into 10 power minus 3 the whole divided by r cube. R is 15. 15 into 10 power minus 2 the whole cube. Do you understand what I did? 2 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. P can be written as Q into 2A. Q is how much? 10 microcoulomb. So 10 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb into the distance of separation between these two charges is how much? 5 millimeter. That is 5 into 10 power minus 3. That is why I wrote 5 into 10 power minus 3 divided by R cube. R is 15 centimeter. 15 into 10 power minus 2 the whole cube will be the electric field at point P. Now what is going to be the electric field at point Q? It's very simple, guys. What is the electric field at point Q? It is exactly half of whatever you get for P. No, I gave you the relation. Electric field along axial is to electric field along equatorial is 2:1. So EQ is equal to EP divided by 2. So that is why if you see the answer comes out to be 3.86 into 10 power 6 Newton per coulomb along axial point. It should come exactly the half of it. Okay. Does it make sense? Are you guys able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll do one last problem and then wind up this session. One 1.9. A system has two charges which are 2.5 into 10 power minus 7 coulomb and minus 2.5 into 10 power minus 7 coulomb, located at points 0, 0, minus 15 and 0, 0, 15 respectively. What is the total charge and the electric dipole moment of the system? So what is the total charge? What is the total charge of the system, guys?
0, sir.
It is 0. What is the electric dipole moment? What is the formula for electric dipole moment?
D is equal to Q into 2A.
How much is Q into 2A? Q is how much? What is the value of Q? It is 2.5 into 10 power minus 7. What is the value of A? A is the distance of separation between the charges. This is minus 15 centimeter, this is plus 15 centimeter. What is the distance of separation between them? Huh? Distance, So if I take, if I take this as the origin, 15 centimeter on the right and 15 minus,
30?
it is 30. So
Is it
answer is
30?
yes, right. So 2.5 into 10 power minus 7 into 30. 30 into 10 power minus 2. 2.5 into 10 power.
7.5 into 10 to the power minus 8.
So whatever is the answer, that's going to be the required solution. Okay. Similarly, try out 1.8. 2 point charges QA and QB are located 20 centimeter apart in vacuum. 2 point charges QA and QB are located 20 centimeter apart in vacuum. What is the electric field at the midpoint O of the line joining AB of two charges? Of the line AB joining the two charges. What is 0 of the order? Correct. 0, but you have to prove it. So what is the answer, guys? For 1.8, QA and QB are like this, 3 microcoulomb and minus 3 microcoulomb. Okay. If I take a point P O at the point O at the center, the electric field due to the positive charge will be to the right. The electric field due to the negative charge, but actually it should not be 0. Right? Let me solve it. Wait. So QA is 3 microcoulomb, QB is minus 3 microcoulomb, located 20 centimeter apart. Point O is here. The electric field due to the charge at point A is on the right hand side. If I take this as EAO, the electric field due to point B is to the right hand side, that is EBO, and the net electric field at that point is going to be EAO plus EBO. So how much is it? Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into, how much is this distance, guys? The distance OA is 10 centimeter, 10 into 10 power minus 2 the whole square in the direction of I cap, plus EBO is Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 into 10 power minus 2 the whole square in the direction of I cap. So it is 2 times Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 into 10 power minus 2 the whole square. So this is going to be the net electric field at point O. Okay. So these many Newton per coulomb will be the answer, and the electric field is obviously to the right hand side. Okay. So that's all from my side today. But one thing, to be honest, I'm really disappointed with today's session. None of you have bothered to answer. Okay? It was like me speaking to myself. I'm expecting some interaction in the next class. If there is nothing that is, when I ask basic questions also, you people are not answering. How will I understand if you don't open your mouth? It's like almost you guys are there only. Like if this class is completely online. So that's it from my side. You can leave Shashank alone, wait. Others can leave.